able to be creative, provide a new perspective to people that wouldn't have otherwise considered it. I enjoyed being on stage. I felt much more confident than the previous time I had been on stage. It wasn't an entirely new experience this time. I had done some material that I had done before, but better than I did the first time, because first time I was basically just pulling it out of my I had seen a bit of what worked and what didn't from the previous time, and I had like sat in the green room like making like notes on a couple of the bits that I wanted to do. Okay, I've been told I should do more, and I know that I want to do more. It's similar to how I feel about spiders, where it's like I'm not afraid of spiders if I know that the spider is going to be there. It's more that the reason that people would say I'm afraid of spiders instead of another animal, spiders have the power to be in a place without you realizing and then suddenly be like, how the hell did that spider get there? I want to try to get better at in the future is tightening it up, because there was a lot of setup that I could have gotten to more efficiently. I think that was also in the feeling of doing the set. Since I'd watched it before and performed it before, I was able to tighten it a bit more. These are some of the things that I want to talk about. Like a good example is the Where's Waldo bit that I was like, I'm not even sure if I really want to do this, but it was like the only one that I could think of at the time. Since I don't have like a full monologue written out, it's very much what is the topic and the jokes that I can recall when I am sort of in that, not like pure panic mode, but a little panic mode. But I remember even when I was writing it out, I was like, this could be tightened. This is a lot of setup. I was like cutting lines from like the monologue and all that kind of stuff. I was like, no, I don't need this. Yeah, performing something for the first time, it's not going to be polished. And, well, I remember seeing on America's Got Talent years ago that there was a 6-year-old. He wasn't good. I don't want to diss wherever that 6-year-old stand-up comic is now. I do kind of want to diss wherever that stand-up comic is now. I hope that you're better than you were at age 6. You know, if your mom's a good joke writer, that's one thing, but also it's like, it's kind of odd. It's kind of odd because that same season, there was a 13-year-old stand-up called Lori Mae Hernandez, who I really liked, and now she has an acting career, and I guess when you look at it a certain way, I spent more than 5 minutes of my life judging a 6-year-old for their failure, but I wouldn't count it as the 6-year-old's failure. I would count it as the parent's failure. I might be trying to get out of the fact that I've judged a 6-year-old's failure. And it also might be because I forget how old I was when I watched that season of America's Got Talent, because I haven't watched it since I was like also a kid. So it might have been jealousy at the time of being like, that 6-year-old's on that show, I should be on that show, a very talented 12-year-old. I'm sure if I met him today that I would think that he was lovely, and I'm sure if I met him even then, I'd be like, hey, your material's not great, but you seem like a very enthusiastic kid, and I'm happy for you. Also, well, this is gonna sound worse, but also I'm trying not to filter myself. I think 6 might actually be older than he was. I don't know, I'm bad at guessing kids' ages, because if I, as a kid, heard somebody say that to me and got my age that far off, I would be pissed. But I don't know, something about like not being in that like stage where I'm like growing a foot or whatever, it's like, I don't know how old kids are from looking at them anymore. It makes me very anxious. Like, I look at a kid and I'm like, they look about 10 or 7, and I know those are very different ages. Sometimes I have to describe a child. If a child does something funny or interesting and I want to be like, hey, I just saw this like 8-year-old at the airport doing this funny thing. And I don't know, I guess it's the kind of thing where it doesn't matter, because I can just make up what age they are. Because the child does not know that I'm describing them, and the person that I'm talking to usually has not seen the child. I think that children are very fascinating because they're so new to the world and still figuring things out, and they can be much more unfiltered than adults can be. I don't know, sometimes I'll be telling a story to someone, and because I'll see a kid just doing a funny thing or something like that, like seeing how kids play these days in our current technology age. Like, I saw this kid at the airport who had like a very realistic looking baby doll, and I stared for like a good half hour trying to figure out whether it was a real baby or a fake baby. I got concerned. I've never like treating a real baby that way. And like, what kind of baby just doesn't move its legs? I've never had a baby myself. Why are you staring at children? Everyone sees kids in public and is like, huh, there's a child there. I would rather talk about the Pope, but I'm processing the total whiplash. The three things that I would say to a young comic, younger than me, are, number one, there's no one way to do comedy. And I know that sounds like a very basic piece of advice. Basically, you don't have to do stand-up. As Will Wood once said, I didn't lose it, babe. There wasn't much to find. I can be strange, be special. But yeah, it does get lonely sometimes. There are times that I've thought, I feel like I have no choice, so I might as well be positive about it. Because...
We just closed. I'm gonna have you guys head out.
Ready to rock.